According to the Warren Commission, Lee Harvey Oswald entered the Texas Theatre at approximately 1:40 p.m. without purchasing a ticket. The ticket seller, Julia Postal, called the police, who arrived a few minutes later and arrested Oswald in the lower-level seating area and took him out the front entrance of the theater. However, the Texas Theatre concession stand operator William Burroughs said Oswald entered the theater, presumably after buying a ticket, between 1 and 1:07 p.m., because he saw him inside the theater around that time. He said Oswald bought popcorn from him at 1:15, which poses a problem for the Warren Commission version of events, because according to their timeline, Oswald was 7 blocks away gunning down Dallas police officer J.D. Tippit at this time. The Oswald that was arrested on the lower level and taken out of the front entrance is the Oswald of history, who would be gunned down by patriotic Dallas mobster and strip club owner Jack Ruby while in police custody. What happened to Oswald number 2? According to the concession stand operator William Burroughs, a man who looked identical to Oswald was arrested in the balcony of the theater and taken out the back exit a few minutes after the first Oswald arrest. This Oswald doppelganger was also seen being hustled into a police car in the back alley behind the Texas Theatre by nearby business owner Bernard J. Hare. At around 2 p.m., in the parking lot of nearby El Chico restaurant, mechanic T.F. White, whose shop was across the street from the restaurant, noticed a parked red 1961 Ford Falcon. The driver seemed to be trying to hide. White approached the car to within 10 to 15 yards, and the driver looked directly at him. White got a full-face ID of him, and he later recognized him as the man whose face he had seen splashed all over TV as the accused assassin of President Kennedy. The Oswald doppelganger was also seen later that afternoon by U.S. Air Force Sergeant Robert G. Vinson. On the day of the assassination, he was catching a flight on a C-54 transport plane from Andrews Air Base near Washington, D.C. to Colorado Springs, Colorado. He was the sole passenger. The plane made an unexpected stop in Dallas at around 3:30 p.m. in a rough, sandy area near the Trinity River. Vinson noticed that this wasn't a runway. With the engine still running, 2 men hurriedly hopped onto the plane. One was a husky Latino, about 6 feet tall, 180 to 190 pounds, and the other a smaller Caucasian, about 5'7 to 5'9, 150 to 160 pounds. The plane quickly took off again and landed at Roswell Air Base, New Mexico at around dusk. Vinson, the 2 other passengers, and the pilots exited the plane, and a nearby air policeman told Vinson that there would be no onward flights because the base was on high alert. Vinson ended up taking a bus to Colorado. Later, while watching news coverage of the assassination, he realized that Lee Harvey Oswald was the smaller Caucasian man that his plane had picked up in Dallas.